Okay. I think everything is fine. I don't know if everything is fine. I think everything is fine. Who the heck knows? Whatever. We're gonna cook with it, we're gonna chill with it, we're gonna clean with it. Okay. Let's... Number one. There's a lot I have to talk about today. Oh my god. Okay. Number one. I just got a new phone charger. I was waiting for this delivery to come so that I could get the phone charger. So that I could use the phone charger. Cooked. My phone charger imploded. No, I'm being dramatic. It just had a moment. And I had a moment. You know? I almost didn't stream today. I almost had, like, a little, enough things went wrong to where I feasibly thought, fuck me. You know? Feasibly, I was like, just for a second, I was like, fuck me. Oh, it's the wrong fucking port! I can't plug it into my PC. Fuck me! Okay, never mind! Never mind, fuck me. Hey, hi, hello, I'm Hayano. Hello, how we doing? Hi. Hello. I am a genius. Yay! But it's fine, because I also got a super soft filling gump. I got a gump. Have y'all seen the Gump? Hold on. Sorry. The music. The music needs to stop. It's time. Hi. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, what the hell is happening? Girl, I am exploding rapidly. Okay, right. Add. Girl, Girl, it's bad. Girl, it's so bad. My OBS is like, hey, we're struggling right now. And I'm like, don't. Fucking don't real quick. Please. Thank you. No? Okay. It's oh my god. Hello. Hi. Hello. What is a gump? A gump. A gump. I will show you what a gump is. Right. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. We're going with it. We're rolling with it. I'm fine. Hey, hi, hello. My name is Hayano, and welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Give me my gump. Oh my god. Give me my gump. Give me my gump. Hold on. Let me see if I can get an image of a gump. There we go. Gump. Can I just copy image this onto the stream? Thing I can do. No, I need to save it. Yeah. Save image as Gump. It's a fucking WebP! Oh, I'm going to eat a pineapple with skin. Why did they make them WebPs? I just want to show off my gum. I just want to show off my gum. Oh. Why? Why does it hate me? There it is. Hold on. Come here. Hello. Please? Please, Gump. Hello. Howdy. Hello. Hold on. I'm trying to find my Gump. I promise I'll do the hellos in just a minute. I'm trying to find. Where is my brain cell? It died. It doesn't like the image. Why doesn't it like the image? Fire! Why does it? Fuck! Hold on. It's okay. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Where is Gump?
Pollo pollo.
Pollo pollo. Everything is fine. I'm going to explode now. There it is. Okay. This is a Gump. Terrible quality image. It's because all of the other ones were WebPs. Listen,
She's
tried.
back.
I am back. Hello. I got a Gump. Oh, it feels weird. It feels
Good
gumpy.
afternoon, Miss Hayano. Happy Friday. Love and good vibes to you all. Please remember to empty your balls.
Thank you. Hello, Lilith. Right, I'm gonna do the hellos now that I have the gump. Right. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, add-on. Hello, wordsmith. Hello.
I'm
Hello.
talking about my French lady.
Fuck you. Hello, Ty. Hi, Melko. Hello, Niji. Hello. Hello. Hold on, I'm scrolling. I don't miss one. Hi, Mino. Hi, Mino Kalu. Hello. Hello, Cobb. Hi, Cobb. And hello to Lilith. Did you change your username, Lilith? I think you did. You're an alien named Lilith now. Chat does have a lot of things to say right now. Chat is... Oh my god, there's a fucking eyelash in my eye. What is this? Okay, anyway. Hello. This has been a chaotic start to the stream. My way to change. Oh, you can say chat is chatty, yeah. I got a gump. Which is one of these things. I got the top left one. That is my gump. And I'm giving it a squish. It smells... Oh, God. It smells awful. What the fuck? Oh, I got the green gump. The green gump is my gump, guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ty, for gifting a subscription. Thank you. Thank you for giving it to Lilith. I really do appreciate you gifting in the channel so that people don't have ads. That's green, it looks blue. It's like teal. Teal. But yes, I got a gump. It's very weird. It's a weird thing. It's kind of sticky, which I don't think I enjoy. This is now Gump review. Real quick. It's weird. It holds its shape. So, like, you squish into it with a lot of pressure and it bounces back. If I squish into it with a little pressure, it doesn't bounce back as quick. It's vaguely sticky, and it's got some heft to it. But it's very pliable. You don't need to add much pressure to get it, like, squishing around. If I just leave it, it'll, like, sink in upon itself. But then if I gently hold it up, it, like, goes back to its shape. It's a strange feeling. It is memory gel. It's strange. Damn, now I want to gump. It's very weird. I don't know if I like it or not. It's weird. Maybe I like it. Maybe I like the gump. They're very aggressive with it. They're very aggressive with it on the box. The box has them like, explode that shit, you know? And I just, like, really gripped it, and it felt like it might actually, like, coom all over my hands. Why'd I say that? Why? Why did I say that? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, this is accurate. This is a really accurate redeem right now, because I'm being silly. I'm a silly. Okay? Okay? Window. Menu. Settings. I need a window gate. Oh, why? Why? Goodbye, Gump. You're going. We're not talking about you anymore. Clip it. Don't. Do not clip it. Do not. Be normal. Gump is dead. Gump is, we're not talking about Gump anymore. Well, we will talk about Gump in a bit. I do have Gump relevancy. There is Gump relevancy, I promise. Oh my god, my hair is pissing me off. Sorry, I'm having a very I'm having a very it's a very overstimulated day. I'm very sorry. Nothing is working and I'm very overstimulated. Which is what happens when nothing works. Okay, right. So now I need to enable what? Why are you open preview projector? But what is the projector is called projector preview. Hold on. Projector dash preview at. So now path to image, path to counter, window, soft dot hunt. Okay, we should be good. Wait, no, that's not what I meant to. Close it. That's not what I meant to add. Okay, there we go. Cool. Let's go. We're gonna get back to hunting. Hey, anyway. Hey, hi, hello. My name is Hayano, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to the very professional stream. We're gonna take some breaths. We're gonna chill out together, and we're gonna play some BDSP. We're gonna do some grief case. You're feeling the grief case today? You're feeling the grief case today? Hello. Pengu is not escaping. Hell yeah. I'm feeling grief. I think I'm gonna be feeling grief by the end of this goddamn thing! Deep breaths, everyone. Deep breaths. So, first reset of the day. Technically not the first reset of the day. I had to do a reset to set up. But first, Hayano stream setup. Reset. Hayano stream go reset. First. I'm so happy you returned to streaming. I am very happy as well. I'm very excited. I'm ready. I'm so ready. Ready is ready. Ready is ready? Sorry, I'm in a weird mood today. It's a weird day. It's a really weird day. It's a weird day. It's a weird day. Let's go. Hayano. What in the skibbity? I know what skibbity toilet is. Actually, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be so honest with you right now. I don't actually know what skibbity toilet is. I have not watched it. Fuck! On the goddamn counter didn't work. Let's do taxes together. Let's do taxes. I'm gonna just casually add it to the shiny thing. No, come back. No. I know what I'm doing. I'm not paying that. You can have fun doing taxes, I'll be okay. I don't mean pay your point taxes. I mean do actual taxes. I forgot I had a redeem code point taxes. Oopsie. Oopsie! Oopsie! Yeah, I might already done. No! I don't have the fucking... No! Thank you for redeeming your point taxes, Cobb and Addon. Thank you for redeeming your point tax. Wow. They go back into the community and definitely not into my pocket when nobody's looking! I need to remember to press A instead of being a local dumbass. I'll get used to it. I gotta get used to multitasking again. There's so many things I gotta do. So many things and people and baby. Canada Revenue Agency does my taxes for me automatically since I'm below X income. Yay! Canada be like, no paperwork for you? Anyway, sorry. Yes, so, for those interested, chat, do you want to take one guess of why I have a gump? Because the answer is less likely than you think. Yeah? What's your guesses of why I have a gump? Why are you... Because this is stressful. Because shiny hunting is stressful. No. So, partially because shiny hunting is stressful and I like having toys. Partially because I cleaned out a backpack I had from 2 years ago because I am autistic and change is hard. So 2 years ago, I moved and I never cleared out my old backpack because I was feeling like weirdly sentimental about like the sense of change, whereas everything else could change, but if that one backpack stayed untouched, then that period of time was really over. Now, I'm finally at a point where I was like, I saw the backpack and I was like, oh, I don't think about that anymore, so I should probably change it. So, I got a gump. And the reason I got a gump was because I emptied this backpack, and I was really impressed with myself 2 years ago. I had a bunch of stuff in my backpack for, like, surviving outside. So, I was thinking, maybe if I just restock this backpack and then use it when I go outside, I'll have everything on hand that, like, to deal with my panic attacks and stuff better. And that will make me more likely to go on walks again, because I'll have a bunch of things that on hand to help ground me, help me from being overstimulated, and to help me, like, be a person a little bit better. Help me with my chronic pain, help me manage, like, my sensory issues. I had like a entire setup. So I had a bunch of stim toys, so not like too many, but I had like one squishy one, which was for like when I wanted to squish something, when I wanted to kind of destroy something underneath my hands and like have it bounce back. I had like a clicky one that made like clicky noises that like when you wiggled it, it like goes. And I like those ones. They're crunchy. That's when I want something that's crunchy sounding. And then I also had which one that I wasn't as fond of using, which was just one of those like fidget spinners that, because it was quiet, I thought that if I kept a fidget spinner, I'd like actually, I'd not bother other people with my coping mechanisms, because that's a really big issue for me that I worry about. I worry about deeply, like, deeply bothering people, actually, with, like, the noises I make and stuff. Physical therapy, yeah, it's like a grounding techniques, right? The other stuff I had in my backpack, again for grounding techniques, is I had chewing gum in there, so that, like, because if you've ever done, like, the sensory grounding techniques when you're overwhelmed, you know you're meant to, like, taste something, name something you can taste, name something you can smell, name something you can see, name something you can feel. And so, because I like couldn't feasibly taste something, or sometimes, like, the taste of my mouth would make me ill, I used to carry around chewing gum. So I've added, like, a sugar-free chewing gum back in. I also used to carry around hand sanitizer, which isn't just for, like, COVID reasons. It was also because I have really bad sensory issues about sticky stuff. Like, there's some versions of sticky that I can manage. Like I said with the gum earlier, it was a bit sticky, but it didn't leave a residue on my hand, so it didn't really bother me as much. But, like, sticky that leaves a residue, like when you put your hand on a table and it's like it's got, like, soda on it or something, and you're like, ugh, ew, that sucks. So that's another reason why I used to bring around hand sanitizer even before, the whole COVID. Sticky is, like, viscerally unpleasant. Hi, Alpha! Hello! Yes, group gaze! I gotta update it, because I was too... There we go. But yes, so I had that. I also had, because I have a habit of accidentally injuring myself, I carried around an antiseptic wipe, and I also carried around some plasters. I also carried around paracetamol and ibuprofen, because chronic pain, and I have chronic pain flare-ups, and then I don't know what to do with myself, so if I have medication while I'm out and about, I'll probably feel a little bit better. I also, some other rapid fire stuff that I had, I had a protein bar in there, obviously. I had a spare pair of socks, because sometimes there's certain socks that I have that I really like the designs of, but they sometimes give me sensory issues. So I always keep a spare pair of, like, socks or a spare pair of tights if I'm going out in tights, so that I'm not feeling overstimulated if I need to swap between them. I also had, like, a notes, like a literal to-do list, which was whenever something would run out, I'd add stuff, I'd write stuff on the list, and then as soon as I'd open the bag, the list would, like, flop out at me. And so whenever I had an idea of something I could add, or something I could, like, fix, or something that needed replacing, it would be on there. And obviously lip balm I put in, hand cream I put in. I actually have I have a sunscreen in there that isn't oily, because I'm really bad with oily based sunscreens, so it's a specific brand that doesn't make my hands oily. I really put a lot of effort into basically making a survival kit to deal with my autism and my chronic pain while I was out and about. And so I was looking at it and I was like, why don't I do this? Why have I just stopped? Because at some point I just stopped going outside for a while, as you guys know. It's something that I've kind of struggled with all the time, but 2 years ago, I was kind of at a point where I was starting to go out a little bit more, like, prior to that. So I was like, maybe I'm just not making it easy enough for myself to be able to just go on a walk, and then if I need something, it's there. It's not a stress at that point to be like, oh my god, I gotta go home because I don't feel well. It's like, oh, I've got all of these techniques and things that I can use. Another thing that I used to carry around, which is kind of embarrassing. Well, it's a good... I spoke to one of my friends about it, and they were like, oh my god, that's such a cute idea. That's such a good idea. But now that I'm kind of thinking on it, I'm a touch embarrassed. I used to also have stickers in my bag, like a supply of stickers. So then, whenever... This is kind of embarrassing. Whenever I'd have panic attacks out and about, and people would come up to me and, like, be worried, or, like, people would come up to me and kind of, like, talk to me about it, or, like, check on me, I'd feel awkward about reassuring them, because it always felt like if they actively caught me in the middle of a panic attack, that they didn't believe that I was okay. So I adopted this strategy where I put a load of stickers in my bag. And so when people would help me out and I'd start feeling a little bit better, I'd offer them a sticker and be like, hey, I have these panic attacks a lot. I'm totally used to having them. Hi, would you like a sticker? Thank you for helping me. Thank you for worrying about me. I'm totally okay now. Would you like a sticker? Which is mildly embarrassing now that I'm talking about it in a public forum. Hello, Pippi, and hi, Killer! Hello, Pippi and Killer. Welcome in, welcome in. Wahoo! I'm just talking about how I've started. 2 years ago, I had like this backpack that was like my survival backpack, basically, and it really kept me going. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing. It's like, hey, would you like a sticker? Hi, thank you for helping me. Would you like a sticker? And a lot of the time, because I was in a student mainly town, so the main people who would come up to you would be people who are a bit younger, especially if you're not feeling well. The younger generation are really sweet, actually. They'd be delighted by, like, you offering them a sticker for helping. They'd be utterly delighted, and so I guess it just stuck on, because at one point I just had stickers on me, and I was like really, you know when you're really trying to like convince someone you're okay, and like they're like, should we call someone? And it's like, no, please don't call anyone. Hiya, are you streaming this upcoming Monday? I'm working all weekend. Yes, I am streaming this upcoming Monday. We will be back on Community Day Mondays, where we hang out and do a Community Day event. So probably Dynamax Adventures, because I'm still hunting stuff on there. So I assume it'll be that as a Community Day. But I'd eventually like to branch out and do a couple of different Community Day things. Like this, maybe. Yeah, no, he's cool. Thank you. I felt a little bit embarrassed about that. Wait, you're at 10:8:59 account. Why'd you say it like that? What? What? Hi, Demanding Cat! Hello! Welcome in! Hunting goes well, we're just hanging out. We're just having a good time, vibing. I have my shield copy this time! Mwahahaha! Yeah! Hell yeah! Absolutely. Let's do it. Isn't that double O for hot? Ah. Yeah, it is. It is. Hey? Amazing! Killer! Killer! Thank you for your support. I'm very appreciative. Very. Oh, it was Ty! Ty! Why you Ty? You've already gifted someone else. You've already gifted someone else on this stream! God damn it, Ty! God damn it! You've already done that once this time. No more! I thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. It allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. Especially because rent. But it does help me keep doing, and also I'm really appreciative in general. But also, Ty, put the wallet away. Put the wallet away. Put it away. Thank you. I'm working for the summer, I got disposable income, then spend it on yourself! But thank you. You were gone so long it came time to save up. I was gone 3 months, guys! Oh, y'all are cute. Y'all are so cute. Too long! Ah! Almost 4. Yes, I know. I know. I promise, I just wanted to get all of my health stuff out of the way, and then it ended up taking longer than I thought it would, and then every time I spoke, by the way, every time I spoke to Alpha, Alpha was like, just get back to streaming. They're not gonna care if you stream less. They just want you back in general. And I was like, okay. Alright, fine. Because I felt really bad about coming back to streaming, and then people, like, potentially, not feeling cool about it, you know? Bro thinks no hire is better than reduced hire. Yeah, because I didn't want to be like, hey guys, I'm not back, and I'm not going to be back, so deal with it, but I will be back sometimes. I thought that was rude. I thought that was worse. I thought that was like worse than like not streaming, you know? I did listen, I love streaming. I love creating content. But I didn't wanna fuck people around, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of you like deeply care about like the stream and deeply care about the content on a really, really sweet and really, really kind and lovely. I didn't wanna F you around on it. I really didn't. Yeah, I personally hate receiving free content from you. That's not what I meant! Not now. Okay, there we go. There we go. I had to fix my layout again. But the thing is some people do subscribe, and they're very sweet, and they're very kind. Like Ty gifts out subscriptions and stuff. And if I'm not going to be around the whole load, I feel bad about accepting them, because it's like, I want to make sure that the people who are spending money, or even you, even if you're watching, without donating or anything, you're still contributing by watching ads. You are still contributing and like paying into the stream by watching ads. I didn't want people to feel like that I was like just showing up every like 2 weeks to stream and be like, hey guys, I'm sad. It felt wrong. It felt bad. It was kind of like, bleh, bleh, bleh. You were going to stream some instead of none? Well, so I was like, yeah, cause like I was like, that's where I was, right? I was like, if I stream some over the hiatus, then I'm not gonna be reliable enough for people to like set aside time and stuff. And I know people set aside time to be there, and that means the world to me. I don't want to be a shit about it. Every 2 weeks. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to like, I don't know. I wanted to have most of my health stuff sorted out when I came back, but then eventually I just got bullied into it, back into it by my mods because I was like, I miss streaming. I want to know how everyone's doing. I miss everyone. I wonder how Lilith's doing. I wonder how Niji's doing. I wonder how. And then I was like, damn. Even people who haven't been here in a while, who still aren't back, I'm like, Miss Iris. I hope Iris is doing well. I hope Sienna is doing well. I'm so weird. I'm so parasocial and weird. No! No! Frost.
Stinky Muko thinks we'd be upset with less Aya. Such silly boy.
I'm sorry. We can all be parasocial. Yay! No! You cannot be not allowed. Not allowed. I am a person who can do bad things, and you should not trust that I will not do bad things because I want you to be safe and good and having a fine time. I did see Frost the other day. Like, I think I saw them in I think I saw him in another stream. When did I see him? Was he briefly in one of Alpha streams, maybe? I'm sure I saw Frost somewhere the other day, and I was like, ooh, Haya snatches your point taxes. I do. I do snatch your point taxes. That's me. I also kind of feel weird because it's like we've come back and we're at such a like a weird follower number where it's like, oh my god, it's time to start 1K pushing, and I'm like, no. Check out cubes for us. I should actually distribute those again. I should distribute. It's getting to the time to distribute points back. Real. I'm gonna need I do need another mod. I do need another mod. I was gonna open mod application because I was like, okay, I should probably open mod app. But I don't want to sound parasocial when I say this, but there's someone I specifically want as a mod. It's like I view people that are really strong candidates in my brain, and then if I open mod applications and they don't apply, I'm gonna be sad. What, is me only showing up for 30 to 45 minutes of stream not enough? The silence speaks volumes. You can want certain people as a mods, but they may not want to be mod. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, Also, it's like a lot of responsibility, and I don't want to force that on anyone. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's like there's certain people that I think that I'm like, okay, I could feasibly think, I could feasibly think, right? But then there's other people where I'm like, I could feasibly think them, but I also think there's an appeal to them being a viewer where I'm like, I don't want to take that away. Because when you become a mod, there's a level of responsibility and immersion break that happens. It doesn't have to be a big responsibility. Yeah. Being a mod isn't particularly hard. I've done it before. You just have to pay a little bit of attention to the notifications. Yeah, but like... Teddy has had to deal with some pretty gnarly stuff. Not particularly here, but like when Teddy's been keeping an eye on TikTok and YouTube, some people have been very weird on there. Some people have been very, very weird. Very, very weird. And some of that shit kind of gets to you after a while. Oh yeah, they're a different realm, yeah. So that's why I'm kind of like, you see a different side of the entire situation when you're a mod, and I feel like it takes away like that in Never put me in a position of power. Are you just gonna ban everyone? Please don't just ban it. I think, like I said, it's been on my mind as something that I need. But Automod is okay at the moment, and also Streamlabs is okay at the moment, so I'm figuring that as long as I keep a tally on it, a nice little lid on it, it should be okay. It should be okay. A time people have the fun of it. No. I'd be afraid of messing up. I get it. So I used to be both a moderator and editor for several YouTubers and then gone Twitch streamers. And for a really long time, I was like being in that position of like being like, oh god, I have to make a call. And like there's a list of things that I have to consult before I make that call. And there's like a chat to consult before I make that call. It's like, whoa. Whoa. So yeah. That's it's not stressful, it's just, it is responsibility, and it is, you have to be confident in the shots you're making. And if you're not confident in the shots you're making, it can be very difficult. I will say though, if you ever are interested in moderating for anyone, this is a general PSA, a lot of people aren't going to get mad at you if you mess up and then you own the mess up and you're like, okay, hey, I messed up, I'll fix it in this way, or how do you want me to fix this? What do you want me to do? And because mods are gonna mess up, and they're gonna mess up while they're training as well. I is pretty lax on rules too compared to other streamers. I guess. I don't think I'm that lax on rules. I mean, I do like the opportunity to dunk on people myself. And like, I do like the opportunity to be like, hey, that's weird. Don't do that. But I just don't think I'm really big enough to have too many issues that aren't just people being really weird. It's like I'm at that stage where it's like people aren't mildly weird, people are like super weird or fine. There's no in between. Tina tells me you were pretty lax. But that was funny! That was because I saw content! Kyle, ads are starting in about 5 minutes. This is your heads up. We run about 3 minutes of ads every hour. I take a break during that time because my bones hurt. And
Lax nature Dayamu.
Lax nature Dayamu. Tina was just funny though. Guys, Tina was just funny. Listen, I love bots. If you will, I love clankers. Because I think they're so interesting. Because I don't understand why people would do it. I really don't. I don't understand what the point is of, like, making a bot that's just, like, farming for interaction. I don't understand. I genuinely don't. Maybe it's a rage baiting thing? I don't know. I think we should bring Tina back. They were the real star. I know. I'm just nothing compared to Tina. Truly, what a waste. Looks at Ultron. Okay, Ultron is a separate thing. Okay, that's a separate thing. That's a separate. Hey, we're not here to kink shame me. Because they make money, I get view bots because they make money, but rage bait bots just seem pathetic. I don't get it. Just for sillies, I think. And I think that's why I'm like, with view bots, I'm like, bonk, goodbye. But with like, with rage baiting bots, I'm like more likely to have a little bit of fun with them. Just a little bit. Because I'm like, this is so interesting. Why did you make this? I wish I messed around with one so much that the creator came in and was like, wow, what are you doing? Because I'd have so many questions to ask them. Genuinely speaking, I'd have so many questions to be like, why? Why do you do that? Why are you like that? Robot fucker. You don't know the half of it. I have bonded with certain streamers over certain robot characters. And we just shared NSFW art of said characters between ourselves. And pointed and giggled and kicked our feet. I have done this with several streamers at this point. They make those bots take advantage of those people who don't know any about it. Really? But how does that... Is it like clip farming then? Like rage bait clip farming? Is that what they're doing? Okay, but Ramatra, smash it! I understand. Ramatra? Is that how you say it? Their name? Question mark? I didn't play. I played like a time ages ago. When it was Overwatch 1, not Overwatch 2. But I guess it's all just Overwatch now. Yes, indeed. Oh, so for those bots that promote follows or views or scams, Ragebait gets attention. Right. But Tina didn't link to anything when Tina was raped. Like, Tina did not link to anything. Tina was just rage baiting about, like, Pokemon. Yeah, it was really weird. And it was definitely that puppy Tina, yeah. Yeah. Definite bot. Was just rage baiting. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get that specific kind of bot. Alright, this is our last reset before ads. Let's lock in. Lock in before ads. Ba, 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 ba. We got it to say silly stuff though, yeah. I think they were just attention farming in general. That's why I'm wondering if it's like a clip farm. I really hope there's a clip of us fucking with Tina somewhere. I really hope there's a clip. I know they wouldn't post a clip because we didn't get angry, we just got silly. But man, I wish that's somewhere. I hope that's somewhere out in the ether. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get to it, so we'll do it after we come back from ads. Alright, so ads, 3 to 5 minute break. I will be back after them. Alright? Gun emoji. Stay gumpy, boys. Stay gumpy. Hello, 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 we are back. I need to fix the macro on that. That's another thing I need to do. That's okay, because we're waiting now on that. Hello. Woo! We're back. We are back, we are back, we are back. I didn't add the goddamn hunt counter when I was meant to. Whoop! I also forgot the Poyo for Lilith, so Poyo! Poyo! Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. I am back. I am back. I am back. I am the back of all time. I will hydrate. Thank you. Thank you, Ty. Okay. We're go. Let's do this hunt. Let's go. My brain is rotting. It is rotting. Brain is rotting. Brain is rotting. Brain is rotting. I've been sketchbooking a lot recently. You know, I've been like I've been sketchbooking a lot, which has been good for my little brain, little tiny brain. Good for it. But yes. I've been sketchbooking, and I recently got into watching a bunch of these how to urban sketch videos online. So whenever I go out and I do go on a walk, I've been trying to urban sketch what I like. If I go pick up myself like a little rat, or if I do want to start going to a cafe, I was gonna lie and be like, if I go to a cafe, you'll know I ain't going to a cafe. We're being real right now. You'll know I ain't going to a cafe at my current level. But if I do go to a cafe, that is when I would draw. I would draw what I ate. But no, I've been whenever I go to like a little supermarket and I get something from the supermarket, like a meal deal. A meal deal. I draw it. I draw it because I'm silly. I draw it because I'm silly. But yes. I've been having a lot of fun with that. And I'd like to do more of the urban sketching courses because I'm having a lot of fun with them. So I'd like to get into drawing a little bit of architecture. But yes. I've been going to is a stretch. I've been attending an online class every Tuesday. That's a life drawing class. A wonderful little life drawing class. A lot of fun. Very silly. It's very fun. How's it been? It's been pretty good actually. It's been fun. We just use pictures, but it helps having someone there to dictate like the timer and to dictate like the poses in advance. And to suggest different like techniques to use for each pose. Because when I'm typically doing life drawing and gesture drawing on my own, I have a little bit of a habit of like just doing gesture drawing and not a lot of like actual instructional anatomy, but also like silhouette drawing. So you just draw the silhouette rather than the entire like pose. Contour drawing. Like, is it called structural drawing, where like you draw each layer of a drawing of the pose? You draw the boxes, and then you draw the muscles, and then you draw like the extra details on top. So it's been really interesting because I typically don't, like, immediately think to do that myself. So, yeah. It's been fun. God, I just got, like, a shock of pain in my forehead while I was speaking. I was sick. I know how to draw stick figures, and even that badly. Listen, drawing is just practice. Drawing is just, like, if you can draw a box, you can learn to pretty much draw anything with enough time and practice, which is what I found. Boxes and cylinders. That's where I started, really. I just drew a load of boxes over and over again. And that's the most boring way to do art, by the way. Don't do it that way. Find something you love and draw it over and over again, and you're gonna have a much better time. But if I struggle to draw a box, then you get better at drawing a box. There's an entire course, there's an entire free drawing course online called drawabox.com where you can learn how to draw a box from several different. And the fundamentals you draw a box. Very cool. I can do mediocre depictions of characters and things I like. Hell yeah. That means you can draw original characters or things that you're a fan of, and you'll have fun doing it. So hell yeah. I think drawing's just a great way to, like, release stress, but also, like, to get in touch with your creative side. So it doesn't really matter if it's quote unquote good, because if it was fun to make and it was, like, a joy, then that's all that matters. See, I started out drawing Pokemon, actually. Hell yeah! Pokemon are really fun to draw. Pokemon are really hard to draw. I suck at drawing Pokemon, but it's so much fun, so it doesn't matter. Every time I draw my little goobers, I'm like, oh, they're off model. I don't care, they're cute! They're so baby. The problem is my brain hates anything I'm not immediately good at. I get that. It's very easy to do that because, especially if you suffer from any kind of neurodivergence, you have an issue where you'll hop between hobbies, and if you're not immediately good at it, you don't get the serotonin boost from it. And a big part of hopping hobbies for people with ADHD, autism, or other neurodivergencies is that you want to hobby hop so that you get the serotonin from each hobby with the feeling of doing something new and succeeding at that something. But if the something new is a little bit hard, then you don't get the immediate dopamine hit, which means that you're more likely to, like, kind of put it aside. But the difference with that is that then if you do persist, when you do start slowly beginning to make things that you're happy with, that you're proud of, the dopamine hits are a lot more reliable. Even then, it's like kind of constant work for, like, a dopamine hit. But because they're spaced out a lot, when they do hit, they're pretty damn effective. That's kind of why I just say with swapping games, I'm usually good with them and it feels like a different hobby with differences in a minor way. I get that. Yeah, I totally get that. Some games I'm not very good at, and that's why I kind of don't immediately take to them, because I'm not good at them. Therefore, my brain is, like, confused the entire time. I think there is a level of fun to be had in not being good at something. Bumbling around is, like, the coolest thing you can do in a way. Like, bumble around and take it on the chin. It's like, damn, that's cool. That's great. That's what living is. Fail safely. Learn to fail safely, and failing harder won't hurt as much. On that note, though, by swapping games and then, like, modeling having different hobbies, you are in a way also learning how to fail safely. Your brain is just modeling it out in a way which is, like, the most safest way you can think of, because you're at that point where you're like, I'm good at these games, But if that comes to a point where I'm not good at them, I know I am good at them, so I can keep going. So you're still modeling failing safely. You're just modeling it in a more enclosed and slightly safer environment. I like struggling if something is meant to be hard, like the Souls games especially. See, that's what I mean. You're failing safely. You know what to expect. You've modeled it out probably hundreds of times in different versions of similar games. You are essentially modeling failing safely in a way that your brain can accept. And if you can do that, you can really apply that to basically any potential hobby. I know that's a kind of big jump to make logistically. However, you have the base concept there to be able to. At least with the shiny hunt, we get to hear the lake theme a lot. Yeah. Especially because I get stuck. I get distracted. I get distracted yapping. I yell and I... I talk about the silly, not silliest, but most random things sometimes. Psychology. It's all just psychology. What are the odds? What are the odds? What are the odds we'd get this far, eh? What are the odds? I didn't add my last one. I didn't add my last one. Hold on. There we go. Psychology is pretty interesting. It is! Also weird. Also, some parts of it are less interesting and more just weird. But it has its merits, and I think if you take from it and you learn from it and you vibe with it, it's good. And if you don't, it's evil. I've never bothered to learn it. I've barely bothered to learn it. I just learn the things that are applicable to making my life easier. So I can't even say I'm oh, I'm a scholar in psychology. No, I just learn the things that help me and can maybe help other people adapt a little bit better as well. 1 in 1496? I believe so. Let's not talk about the odds. We're in the odds. Twice as good as what it used to be, at least. Then why am I at 86.7? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, get all your jokes out. Get all your jokes out, chat. Get all your jokes out. Get all your jokes out. This is so doomed, guys. Why are we like this? I knew it the minute I said it. Oh my god. I'm in a modern campaign. A modern D&D campaign. It's in a modern setting. And one of these fuckers that I play D&D with drew their character with the numbers 6, 7 and doing the little doing the hand motion. 6, 7 is canon in that goddamn world. I hate modern D&D campaigns. Bring me back to medieval times when I don't have to see the 6, 7 meme bullshittery in my goddamn campaign. All I know is pain. It's a really good drawing. It's actually really fun. It's a really fun, goofy little drawing, and I can't even be mad at it, but god damn it! God fucking damn it! I hate modern memes. You'll be on your 6-7. You'll be on your 6-7, but I be on my me and the boys at 3 a.m. looking for beans. I'm still in that era. Don't even talk to me about your new age, newfangled humor. A classic. It's not even that old. It's not even that old. That's not that old. If we're gonna talk about old, let's talk about it's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. How many years do you think we have till 6-8 becomes a meme? No. 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 Can't take it. Ugh, you're old. I'm not old. Keyboard cat era. Yeah! Keyboard cat era. Just like slapping his little paws down. What a guy. Your bros chilling on a hot tub. 5 feet apart because they're not gay. I have a bed. I have an apple. Ah, apple pen. I wasn't even that much of a fan of that one when it came out. But like, in my heart of hearts, that's classic. I still, every single time we're like on a road trip somewhere, like especially when I was visiting America a couple of years ago, every single time we passed by any sign that said roadwork ahead, I'd be like, I sure hope it does. I sure hope it does. I actually think they might have been a cat, not sure on their species. I still do this thing, okay? Can I be real with you? I still do this thing where I call car types of brands of car. I call them car breeds. And no one gets the fact that that is not me like not understanding cars. That is me quoting a mythically old Tumblr post. No one gets it. And I'm like, I'm not... yes, I'm dumb when it comes to car brands, but I call them car breeds because of this one specific Tumblr joke. And no one fucking ever picks it up because it's so old. It's such an old and niche joke. This feels like being at a family function and listening to every aunt and uncle complain about the new generation and their stupid jokes. Your jokes aren't stupid because ours was stupid. You know what? They are stupid. Your jokes are stupid. So were ours though. Everyone's jokes are fucking stupid because we're in this weird abstract surrealism dada era with our humor, which we all go through because shit's been weird. Shit's been rough. 2008 fucking recession hit hard, and then everyone following in the years following had a weird sense of humor. You guys had COVID, and that means you have a weird sense of humor. Car breeds, yep. Everyone thinks 6-7 is stupid until they remember. I remember. You know? And I admit it, it's stupid. It's all stupid. No, you don't get it. My generation was the best. New ones are cringe and the old ones are boring. Said every generation ever. Do you know what it is? I'm never gonna dunk. Right. I'm not a millennial. I don't think I'm a millennial. No. I'm like, I don't know what I am. I'm somewhere between. Anyway, millennials and Gen Z, I never want them to, like, hate each other. I want them to be the generations that, like, they go and, like, go to the old arcades together. Because that's the shit we used to do, you know? Rent a movie from Blockbusters. Let's watch reruns on TV and then run for snacks in the ad breaks and then run back panicking. Let's bond over MSN. The oldest Gen Z is 30. Fascinating. I didn't know Gen Z was, like... That's not old, but, like, I didn't know Gen Z was, like, that spread out. MSN? Okay, Grandma. What do you mean, Grandma, for MSN? Who didn't have MSN? That was, like, 2011. Watch Friends reruns on TV while playing my DS on the weekends. Hell yeah, brother. Maybe get the Game Boy out, get the GameCube out. Oh my god. That was a master of technology. I never watched Friends, I despise laugh tracks. Laugh tracks! Listen, I hate laugh tracks. However, have you ever seen those edits of sitcoms without laugh tracks? They're so funny. They're so fucking funny. I'm sorry, but YTPs, like fucking edits of stupid old sitcoms doing stupid shit with them, still the funniest. I'm sorry, my humor's lame. I get it. I'm an old woman. I get it. I think it's funny, especially when they remove the laugh tracks. It's so awkward. It's like, this is how I felt about all of these jokes growing up. I don't know. Call me old, but I'm not even old. You know, I'm honestly, I'm pretty young. I just grew up poor. We didn't have the newfangled tech. Me and my fucking Packard Bell against the world. Me and my Ethernet Packard Bell. Says every old person. Niji, one day I will reveal how old the body behind Hayano is. And there's a huge chance, the biggest chance, that I'm a lot younger than I am. How will you then? Old, perhaps? Old? Will you feel old, Niji? Listen, humor is great and subjective. If you laugh at toilet humor, you share a sense of humor with Mozart. Hell yeah. It's like the infomercial ads where they edited it to be only the brass. That's so fucking funny! Do you know what also is funny? When they used to fucking vocode, like, the old, like, ad, like, infomercial ads, and, like, they'd be like, yeah, na 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 na, do you need pills? Old and hag or young and cringe, pick one, VTuber lady. Fuck you! I'll never pick! I'm cringe and I am free and I am old and I am hag in mentality. I put on little nightcap and nightgown and I go to bed with my little candle. Like an old Victorian woman. You can't have both. I'll do whatever I want. I'll be relatable and down with the kids and cringe at the same time. What about cringe hag? I suppose. Scrooge, is that you? Oh fuck, that's a good one. That is a good one. Oh man. I am cringe and I am proud. Exactly. Listen. everyone has to be a little. Okay? Everyone has to be a little bit cringe. It is a non-fucking negotiable. You have to be cringe at one point in your life. Because if you've not been genuinely cringe at one point in your life, number one, you are due to be cringe at some point in your life. And number two, you do not know pure unadulterated joy of really fucking caring about something. Because a lot of people being cringe is them caring about something way too much. And there's a lot of unadulterated joy in that. And I admit, there are some negative aspects of cringe. And some people definitely need to receive a light making fun of for being cringe. But not because they like the things they like, but because they're not behaving in a social way about it. They deserve a light collaring, and a light someone telling them, hey, you can really like this thing, but you gotta be nice about it. And then, you're cringe in a good way. Once you've had that conversation, and you attribute to that where you don't bother other people and you're just cringe in your own isolated chamber, who cares? Just love what you love. Be happy. Fight for it. Fuck being cringe if it means you're not hurting anyone. Be cringe. Do it. The ghost of VTubers past, present, and future will visit you on this night. It's all just me. So that I might convince you. Ooh, you want to share Hayano with all of your friends. Ooh, you want to see Hayano go viral. Ooh, you want to adopt people into the big community that is Hayano. Ooh, wow. Me going away to train the hyperbolic cringe chamber to build the resistance to it. That's really good. That's really good. If you avoided being cringe at every opportunity, you wouldn't move from the spot you're in. Exactly! Being cringe initiates change. Opening yourself up to other people, a perception of you and view of you opens you to change and to be a better person. Do you think I was always like this? Genuinely? Do you think I was always this based and amazing and opinion-pilled? No, I was not always this based and amazing opinion-pilled. You merely adopted the cringe. I was born in the cringe. Molded by it. What if Aegis VR was betrayed and trapped in the hyperbolic cringe chamber for thousands of years? Oh my god. It's cringe Jesus. The second coming of cringe. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna have another upset email sent my way of like, you're talking about Christianity. It's highly problematic, Hayano. Oops. I'm gonna get another email, guys. I'm gonna get another email. I'm gonna get another email. Sometimes when I make that noise, I think of the Five Nights at Freddy's like little thing when you go to click the light and it doesn't work, or the door doesn't work and it just goes tells you no. You're gonna fucking die. An ancient evil has been released. If you're a Brit, you're either Christian or you think it's really funny to make religious jokes in my experience. I grew up Christian, I think. Did I grow up Christian? I mean, technically Catholic, but I'm gonna level with you. I went to a Church of England school and my family was Catholic, so it was a little bit confusing. It was a little bit confusing. Hello! Hello! Hello, Lindo. Welcome in. Lindo the OG. I remember you! You've been here before. You were here shortly before my hiatus began. Welcome back. Oh. Oh. It's weird to think back on how much religious stuff we had to do. I never believed that I was also in a Church of England school. Church every Friday, baby! See, I've grown up Pentecostal. All it is we are loud and musical. Musical. I don't know much about Pentecostalism. Is that it correct? 6, 7. Oh god. Oh god, it starts again. Our god is an awesome god. Oh my god, that just hit me like a fucking brick. I'm trying to remember the other ones. Oh god. He got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. That was like a fucking sleeper agent. Jesus. Yeah, I have. I was. How you been doing? Good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm happy to be back from hiatus. Happy to be having fun. Oh, did you have Shine? Oh, was it this little light of mine? I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh my god, you just cast my mind back to school receptions chanting him. That's a different one, but yes? Oh fuck! I know! Oh man, we're in the religious core part of Mine might have been school specific. I don't know if mine was school specific at all. I don't know. I don't know. Because we had a motto similar to it. Yeah. What was the did we used to so every like term we'd have this we'd go to church every Friday, obviously. And then every term we'd have this morning assembly. And this guy would come in, and he'd like play a guitar on the at like the front of the hall on the little stage, and he'd like play a guitar, and he'd play like hymns, and like but like they were a little bit hip with it. They were a little bit hip with it, like a little bit fun. Like he'd be like, "What are you proud of?" And then he'd like work it into the song. So this guy would come every time. I remember we had this one guy who would come in sometimes for receptions and he'd do like a speech performance to try and make Christianity fun for us. Is this the same guy? Is that the same guy? He was like an old bearded guy with like a fucking guitar. Is it the same guy? Oh my god, we didn't even get that. We sat on dirty wood floor except the oldest year and we would sing for about half an hour. We also did that. Only the eldest year got benches. We would sit on the hall floor. The same hall that we had lunch in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Fucking higher activating core memories, yeah. I am. Truly activating core memories right now. Never been inside a church in my life, I can't relate. You are so lucky. We had like a church like literally down the street from where I went to primary school. Literally down the street. It was like a 2-minute walk, not even. And what was the Combine Harvester song? Oh my god. I feel like I remember that. Oh my god. Fuck, what was the Combine Harvester? Them whole floors were always musty. Yeah. Big Red Combine Harvester! Oh my, I can't remember how it goes, but I do remember it. Jesus. That was just a weird song. That was just a weird fucking song. It's a harvest festival! Oh my god! And we were poor! So every time we had to give in something to the harvest festival, we'd be like, it would be like, you just have to bring in a can of something. It's not a big deal. And then like one year I didn't bring anything in and I got like shamed and I was like, we're not making it by very well recently, guys. We're not making it by very well recently, guys. Oh my god, I swear I remember this. Hold on. Hold on! We're looking up Combine Harvester song. Jesus Christ, give me a sec. Because I remember this. Am I gonna get copyright struck for this? Do I need to like... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Just to be safe. Just to be safe real quick. Just to be safe real quick. Hold on. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is atrocious, but I love it. Big Red Combine Harvester, Big Red Combine Harvester. Oh my god, get it. I just took psychic damage. I just took psychic damage. Oh my god. Some of us were especially cringe because we had a teacher who wanted to be a musician, so she would write Christian parodies of pop songs for us to sing. I have a story about this. When people at our school got to year 6, right? When people at our school, they got to year 6, and they were like on the verge of like being done with primary school, right? So when they would do that, they had like an end of year party, but we also had an end of year gig, which was where they'd like do an evening event, like an after school event in the hall, and it would be in the assembly hall, and they'd turn the assembly hall into like a gig basically, where the stage would be up, we'd like sit in our regular rows, but like closer to the stage, we'd take the benches closer, the two classes would sit, and then there'd be a space for like up and down dancing in place, you know? There was no, so when you stood for music, you stood in the rows that you were sat in on the bench, and you jumped up and down. So the end of year gig, they brought in this band, and all the band would do was write Christian parodies of really popular music. So it was like an hour gig after school of just Christian parody pop songs. The funniest one being, I don't know if you guys, like, if you remember this song, Fucking... Oh my god. When did that song come out? Oh my god. It was... Was it new at the time? Yeah, it was pretty new at the time, actually, I think. If you know the Kaiser Chiefs song Ruby, if you know the song, you know the song. But it was like that, but it was like Mary. It was about like the Virgin Mary. Oh, that song, yeah, it was like made into a song about the Virgin Mary. I didn't recognize it until ages. Yeah. Yeah. So that was the one that stuck out in my brain, and I was like, this is the lamest shit I've ever gone to. Because at that point, I was not religious. I was not religious at that point. Mary, 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 Mary! Ah! Oh no. I wonder if they ever like posted anywhere. I don't remember the band name at all. But it was like some local bands that did like Christian like spins on pop parodies, and we all just like were encouraged to jump in space in place. And like, whoa! Did you have the guy who would just show up one day with various reptiles? I think we did, but I think we had that in like year 3. Like they'd have a guy who'd come in with various reptiles and you'd get to hold them, and they had a big ass, they had like spiders and stuff as well, like a big ass tarantula. And, like maybe some fuzzy creatures if you were lucky. We had ours a couple of times throughout my experience. I think we had it once in year 3. Like, that was the year 3 treat. That if you got to year 3 and you were like doing well, you'd get to go see the insect and reptiles and animals. Yes, I do vaguely remember that being year 3. I still vaguely remember having a giant anaconda or some other huge snake on my shoulders as a small child. Yeah, they really did. They were heavy. Another thing that I think is really weird that we do is, did you guys have, the buddy system where, like, the year 6s would look after the reception kids? Did you guys have that? I don't know if this is like a unique to my school thing, or if it was like if it was like a UK thing. But so we had a thing called a buddy system where you'd have kids. You'd have kids like year 6 kids. Would do a lesson plan. So you'd get the reception kids for like an hour and a half in the morning on a Friday, and you'd have a lesson earlier in the week specifically dedicated to planning out a lesson that how you were going to use that time with them. And like you were expected to, like, because they were babies basically, factor in some time for A, factor in some time for a little bit of a break. B, factor in some time for them to like go to the toilet and stuff before their next lesson. And C, factor in that like you had to teach them something. Yeah, and I always felt sorry for them having to babysit my ass. Oh man. We already had to fuse year 5 and 6. That's crazy. That's insane. No, we had 2 classes worth of like our year. So each year had 2 classes worth of like 30 kids. So I think we had like 60 kids. 60 kids on average. I think our year was slightly bigger, honestly. I think we had like 64 or 65 kids. We were lucky to have fun. Wow. Wow. I'd have no idea what that was like. I grew up in a village, so it wasn't very big. Yeah. I also grew up like in a more like outskirts area. But funny thing, I was not baptized. I was not baptized. And if you aren't aware, you technically need to be baptized to go to a Church of England school. Now, all the schools near us were Church of England schools. And by the time my mother, realized this, the school closest to us got filled up, like, immediately, because they didn't take many slots, because they weren't a very big school and couldn't, like, house too many kids. So I actually had to go travel by car every day about 40 minutes to go to school. So, and because I wasn't baptized, the closest school after that was like 40 minutes. And so my mother went to a church and begged the pastor there to lie and like vouch for the fact that I had been baptized, because otherwise I would not get into either school. And thankfully, because it was a friend of a friend, he sorted it for her. That sounds very unpleasant. It was when I was a kid, but I kind of got used to it. I think that's why I have, like, severe motion sickness now, though. Because we traveled so much as a kid, and I was always so overwhelmed and grossed out, and, like, I felt ill all the time. And, like, I never really dealt with that properly, because it was, like, just suck it up, because you have to go to school. So, yeah, I just got used to it. It was like a 5-minute walk for us. Oh my god. Yeah, it was like 40 minutes, like, into and across town for me to go to school. I fell asleep in car rides all the time. I felt ill. Ew! My grandparents actually took me to school a lot because my mum was still working at the time. It was before she got really sick. And then obviously, in the lead up, I think around 06, maybe 05, I don't know actually. It might have been a bit earlier than that. Maybe it was like, I don't know. It might, I don't remember when. At some point, I think it was in when I was in high school. Maybe? No, it wouldn't have been that late. At some point when I was a kid, from sometimes between old, like mid-kid to early teenager, my mum got quite sick, and so she lost her job, and obviously because of the economy being how it was, she got fired, and because she was struggling with her health, she just didn't end up going back to work. So we started struggling towards the back end then, which is relevant because around that time, it was only my nan and granddad who had ever taken me like to and from school. It was very strange to have my mother suddenly like taking me. I also changed schools for a period of time because I changed primary schools for a period. my mum got a different job for a while, and I went to a different school for a while, and then I changed back to my original school. So that, and it was only for like a year, and like, so everyone was like, goodbye, 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 Hayano, goodbye, and then I came back a year later, and they're like, why are you back? I was like, for reasons. I'm back for reasons. I actually, the second school I went to, I got suspended from. But I technically didn't have a suspension on my record because when I got suspended, my mum just pulled me out of school. Like, fully pulled me out of school. I keep telling you guys I wasn't a delinquent, and then I say shit like this, and it's like, I'm not a delinquent, I wasn't a delinquent, I was not a delinquent, I was not. Because of my area, not just did I go to the same school, but my secondary school had 80% of the previous people. My secondary school. I went to an academy. Ugh. What did you do if you could share? If not, no problem, delinquent hire. I lied. I was in and out of the hospital a lot. And I didn't really want to talk about it. So when someone asked me what I was doing, like when I was outside of school, I didn't mention it to the teacher or anything, but I was talking to like one of my classmates, and I just said, oh, I visited my aunt, because I was like, I didn't want to talk about it. Because I was in and out of hospital at the time. And then my teacher must have overheard, because she went to my head teacher, told her, and then I got pulled up, and I got pulled into her office, and she said, so you had a nice time with your aunt then, when you've been lying about going to the doctors? And I was like, I didn't lie about going to the doctors. I didn't want to say that to my, like, the person I was, like, sat with. And she was like, no, clearly you lied about going to the doctors, and that's why you weren't here. And it's very serious because your attendance is already very bad. And she was like, you realize you could get suspended for this, you know, because you're not supposed to have extra time outside. And I was like, I wasn't lying. I just told them that because I didn't want to talk about being sick. And anyway, she came down really hard on me. I was like, I genuinely started crying because I'd never been that much in trouble in my entire life. They didn't even hear you out, didn't check for receipts. There's a an accessible record, no? There is! There actually is! There was! So, but I, at that point, had gotten really flustered and overstimulated, and when I was a kid, I was not diagnosed with autism. But when I got really overstimulated, I'd go non-verbal. And I couldn't help it. It wasn't something I could do anything about. But because I was so overstimulated and I was panicking and I was like trying to tell the truth, I started crying. And she was like, you're crying, so you're guilty. And I was like, I couldn't say anything because I'd basically frozen up at that point. I mean, from their perspective, it's not on a small child to defend themselves. So yeah, they were shitty people. I think it's just because my attendance was bad anyway, so it was like they were trying to scold me of like, you shouldn't skip school. That's a really horrible thing to skip school. But I didn't. I just didn't want to talk to it about to other students. I didn't want them to think I was a sick kid. I hated people thinking I was a sick kid in my old school. So I thought if I didn't talk about being the sick kid, I wouldn't be the sick kid. And so they called my mom in. My mom got into trouble as well. And my mom was like, I can provide you with documents that she's not been well. This is like not something that's an issue. Oh shit, ads! Fuck, okay, we'll continue the story after ads. BRB! 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 Ah! Hello, hello, you're back. Oh, I ran. Okay. So, who was I? I was doing also. There we go. There we go. So. So, like I said, that was the first incident, which was, oh, well, even if you were in hospital, like, technically, you could have been at home recovering, I guess, but, because I went non-verbal and I didn't talk to anyone until my mom got there, I was seen as, like, having a bad attitude, basically, that I wouldn't answer to authority figures. So I got in trouble for that, and then the second incident was that really, like, nailed my suspension in, because it was only a couple of days after the first, was, I was at Link Club. If you ever had to do Link Club, you understand. And my mom came and picked me up, but she came and picked me up like 2 hours early because I messaged her and I was, hey, I know you're busy and that's why you have me in Link Club, but I really don't feel well. Like, all of the teachers are still looking at me like I'm like a liar, and like I don't really enjoy the atmosphere that's going on right now. Can you please come pick me up just this once early? And so my mom comes and she's like, okay, sign yourself out. And so I'm like, hey, the Link Club teacher, I'm like, hey, I gotta go. My mom's here to pick me up. Like, do you need her to come in and sign me out, or do you need me to sign myself out? And she was like, you can't go. And I was like, my mom's here, she can come in. Like, she's just outside, she can come in. And she was like, even if she came in, you wouldn't be allowed to go. And I was like, what? And she was like, your mom pays for this time. It is my legal obligation to keep you here until this time is done. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine, but my mom's here and she can come in. I just have to let her know she has to come in. Because, like, I can literally just text her right now and just be like, hey, you can come in. Because I had a Nokia slide phone. And she was like, you're not meant to have a phone in Link Club. And I was like, okay, but my mom is here and I can just text her to come in. And she was like, if you use that phone in front of me, you're going to get in very big trouble again, young lady. And I was like, my mother is here. Can you please trust me? I understand. But, like, if you need her to come in, then you need her to come in. That's fine. But if it's a safety thing, just say you need her to come in. So I pulled out my phone, I texted my mom, and she was like, give me your phone. And I was like, no. No, I'm not giving you my phone. I'm leaving, actually. And she was like, you're gonna get in big trouble if you do not give me that phone. And I was like, right. I'm gonna go stand outside. Because I'm gonna go stand outside. Because I don't want to be in here anymore, quite frankly. I got into a lot of shit for that. Because I went and I stood outside and she was yelling at me. And she was yelling at me outside and demanding that I give her my phone. Which is fair. Again, it's a safeguarding issue, I get. But it's like, I have the phone. My mum wants me to have the phone. I do not take the phone out of the bag. I've never once been caught with the phone until I've needed to use it. Does that not say something? So, my mom comes. She gets to the door, and I'm obviously stood outside, and this teacher is yelling at me, and she's like, I thought I had to sign you out. And I was like, you do have to sign me out. And she was like, do you know that it's against regulation for your child to have a phone in Link Club? And she was like, yeah, but this is in case she needs to contact me. That if she needs picking up, if she doesn't feel well. And hell broke out between the two of them. Holy. It was like, you're not allowed to phone. And she was like, realistically, regulation says she needs to leave her phone here overnight and she can come pick it up tomorrow. And my mom was like, yeah, but she's not been caught with a phone. She's using a phone because I told her she could. Past a certain point, though, you would expect basic logic and empathy to win, but some people really care more about rules. Exactly. So, my mom was, like, tired and, like, pissed off, so she was like, we're leaving. And I was like, okay, cool, we're leaving. So, for some fucking reason, because there were 2 teachers who looked after Link Club, that teacher who was outside with me must have then, like, fucked off on a break or something because she was stressed out. I don't know. But she didn't tell the other teacher that I had left. And she did not sign me out. Because my mom said, just sign her out. This is my formal consent to signing her out. Sign her out. Because you won't let me do it because you're going on about her phone. So I'm taking her home. Which maybe not the smartest thing to do, I understand. But she must have gone on a break or something, because the other teacher could not find me for, like, during that entire conversation, and then, because she couldn't find me during that entire debacle that was happening outside, she reported me as missing to the head teacher. Which, fair, understandable. Why the fuck did the teacher we were talking to go on a break before signing me out? So the head teacher was convinced I was taken, missing. What is wrong with some people? I know. I was like, what? That can't have been accidental, right? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. I could not fucking tell you. She might have just been stressed, so she went on break. But because she didn't do my sign out beforehand, and she clearly didn't tell the other teacher, they were, like, looking for me. And then by the time she got back off of break, it had, like, escalated. So I guess she didn't want to say anything. Because at that point, the headmistress was, like, ringing my mom, like, your child is missing. And my mom was like, I have my fucking child. What? And she's like, you can't just take her and not inform Link Club. We've been running around for the past 15 minutes to 20 minutes trying to find her. And my mom was like, we didn't. We had a whole ass conversation with one of your teachers who ran Link Club. And then, like, she was like, are you calling my teachers a liar when your child has been known to lie? And I was like, why am I catching strays? Why am I catching strays? What the hell is happening? So, my mom and the headmistress get into this huge fight. And the headmistress is like, this is 2 strikes on her. I've been told she was using a phone when she wasn't meant to be. You both didn't adhere to regulations of sign-out procedure, which is why you were seen as missing. Which it's like, well, we tried to, but your other teacher was giving us ass for it, but whatever, I guess. And so she was like, and because your child has been known to lie, I can't trust her account. And I was like, bitch, I just didn't want the class to know that I was in hospital. Why does that make me a known liar? Anyway. She was like, I was this close to calling the police, and then we would have had a legal issue as well. And then my mom was like, excuse me? And she was like, based off of your daughter's performance recently and her poor attendance, I'd better, sorry, I think what she specifically said was, I should really award her with a suspension. To which my mum went, haha, you're not awarding my daughter with a suspension, I'm pulling her out of your school altogether. Because clearly, you guys are crazy. And my mother and I, we've not been on the best terms over the years. She's not had my back on a lot of things. And she totally, absolutely blamed me for that happening. Because she's like, you shouldn't antagonize your teachers. Like, what the fuck were you doing? You should have just, like, you should have just hid your phone the entire time. And I was like, I was just trying to be open and honest and communicate because I got pulled up for lying, but I guess this is bad too. Listen, we had a lot of fights over the years. And a lot of them were, like, probably not appropriate to have with a child of my age. But she did absolutely, like, she was done with that school. I was done with that school. She was done with that school. It was all bad. I agree with Mom. Yeah, it's one of the few times that I was like, you know what? Thank you for actually having my back on this, because holy fuck, this could have been so much fucking worse. I could have just gotten suspended and had that on me forever. If you hid your phone the entire time, you would have been worse off. No, because you couldn't have left without saying it. It had to come out for your reason as to leave to exist. This is what I'm saying. But she was like, you should have just texted me and told me to come in. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I probably should have just done that, but I wanted to be honest. I wanted to be like, hey, my mom's here and I can go. Can I go? I was trying to, like, because she was like, can you be quick? Because I have to go back to work after this. And I was like, no problem. I can be as quick as you want me to be. Alas, I could not be quick. She did not end up going back to work. I don't get how many schools seemingly hate kids. Because any position of power will make people trip, however minor. I think that school was, like, very hoity-toity as well. And we were not, like I said, we were not well off. We were not well-to-do. A lot of kids at that school were very well-to-do. And so, yeah. I just stopped going to that school. And then there was, like, a 2-month period where they, like, had, like, in year 5, maybe, where they were like, hey, you're just not going to school for a bit because we need to find you a new school. And then, thankfully, my old school took me back in. So, it was a longer trip. But, well, basically, my mum couldn't do pickups or drop-offs anymore then, so it went back to my grandparents wholeheartedly, which is another reason we got in a fight over it, because she was like, you've put your grandparents in a situation where now they have to look after you all the time again. And I was like, I'm very sorry. So, yeah. I'm glad she had my back, but the fallout was immensely on my shoulders about it. Oh, man. It sounds very fancy, focus on the regulations. Yeah, it was a very hoity-toity station. Very hoity-toity school. A small child isn't responsible for that. I at least assume small. I guess it's unspecified. Yeah. I was like, how old are you in year 5? How old are you in like 10? 9? 10? Yeah. So I was like 9, 10 at the time. Yeah. Yeah. But to be fair, I'd taken on some level of responsibility in the house at that point anyway. So I was kind of seen as the responsible kid. So the fact that I had done this was like a really big deal.
I think between me not being well and my mum not being well, that the dynamic had kind of shifted to... We'd always been sisters rather than mother and daughter per se, but the dynamic definitely shifted when we were both sick to kind of like comrades in arms rather than like mother-daughter. So it was either we were sisters or we were like comrades in arms against like not feeling well. And so that's that very complicated relationship. I love my mother, and I love the times that she has truly stuck up for me. But we had a weird relationship. I was, in a lot of ways, once I got to my early teens to teenagers, I was very, very, very parentified in ways, which has its own course of issues, because then by the time I was in high school, I wasn't really bonding with anyone, because a lot of the things that were on my mind all the time was either A, being in and out of hospital and being sick, or B, trying to keep on top of like the household. Because when I got into high school, up until high school, we like lived with my grandparents. And then we finally got like put in a house when I went like just before I started high school. But because of that, my mum hadn't really ever properly lived on her own. So a lot of the budgeting stuff and learning how to like cook and learning how to do stuff partially also fell to me. So it was like a 50-50 on the chores of like learning how to cook, learning how to clean, learning how to like look after a house, learning how to do your finances. Was to grow up too fast? I guess. Yeah. That's probably why I struggled with people my age. And I still think I kind of struggle with people my age. I was definitely like deep in that. And then at one point, when my health got a little bit better, I became her carer. And then that kind of... Then that's when I had the bus accident. So I was like caring for my mom full time at that point. And I was going to school like part-time, because between like shoddy attendance of hospital and like keeping up with my health, and then also attending her hospital appointments and taking her to the hospital, I wasn't at school a lot, so I was more at school part-time. I passed all my GCSEs though. I actually got pretty high like GCSEs. So then when I went to college, it would be somewhat expected that the whole scenario would continue. The whole you're attending school while looking after someone, while also looking after your own health. And that didn't go very well. Because like I said, in high school I was kind of a delinquent in the way of I skipped classes to just go sit in the library and learn on my own. And like I said, I was part-time anyway, so I was like pretty much effectively homeschooling. The only tutor I got was for religious studies, because that was the only one that was available at the time. So I had to basically teach myself everything else. And then towards GCSEs, I got a math tutor, which was actually paid for out of the compensation we got for me being in a bus accident. So by the time college rolled around, it was fully expected that I'd like look after my own health and physical therapy and then help my mom where I could and then also do college at the same time. And in college, I fully crashed. Ooh, I fully crashed in college. Holy moly, I crashed and burned hard. I hit major burnout. I started skipping classes just for the sake of skipping classes because I was like, everyone my entire life has thought I am skipping classes for the sake of skipping classes. I don't give a fuck anymore. I just had a really bad time. I got in with not bad crowds, but like I got in with some good, really good, strong crowds that I'm still friends with now. But I also got in with some not so great people who definitely took advantage of myself. And that's just how it be. It sounds like way too much on your plate. I don't blame you at all. I mean, the main reason I talk about this stuff is because, like, I don't want people to think, like, they're alone when it comes to any part of their life where they're struggling. Because I failed my GCSEs, not my GCSEs, my A-levels. I failed my A-levels. I failed all 3 of them. Actually, yeah, I failed all 3 of them. And I had to do a 3rd year. And then on the 3rd year, I was so depressed that I passed 1 of them. I failed the other 2. And every single time I'd go to my tutor, they'd be like, you're not going to university. And I was like, I can't go to university. I have too much to look after here. So it doesn't even matter. And they're like, so why are you at college then? It's like, if I ever want to go in the future. And it's like, you're not going to be able to go in the future because your grades are so bad. Very funny when I applied, because I applied for animation. Very funny when I applied for animation. I got 5 acceptances. Every single, I applied to 5 unis, I got 5 acceptances based off of my portfolio alone. So, fuck that tutor, I guess. I got 5 acceptances, and I was doing, chemistry, biology, and English literature. All of which I failed except 1. And then, obviously, when I finally left 3rd year, I had those in my pocket, so I didn't really bother that much. I just got my pass in English lit. I could have gotten higher, but I hated what the test was on, so I simply did not vibe with it. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. See, I failed one of my A-levels because I had a pretty shit teacher. I think that's like a universal. If you get like a shit teacher at A-level, you're kind of fucked. You're kind of fucked. And then I didn't go to university. So I was actually, how much was I late going to university? I think I was 2 years late going to university because I took a 3rd year and then I took a gap year. But the university I wanted to go to, I basically rang them up and I was like, I'm not going to be able to attend this year because there's too much on here. I actually like told the clearing person, I was like, my mom's really sick and I'm going to struggle to get away this year. Can you like, is there any way you can like keep my offer and just have it for next year? And it was really cheeky, but they said yes, and I was like... Because the 2 others that I'd rang before that were like, no, I'm sorry. We can't do that. And then I rang that last university, and I was like, I'm just gonna have to give up and, like, reapply them. And they were like, oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, they said it was unconditional based on your portfolio, so, yeah, sure, we'll just forward it to next year. And I was like... And then I went to uni, and I had the best time of my life actually studying something I wanted to study. actually studying something that I gave a fuck about and wanted to do and wasn't just forced to do. That was fun. That was the best time of my life. Truly. Also, the most stressful and some of the, like, oh my god. I got absolutely rolled. My health got so much worse. But I caned all of my work. I put everything into my work. I put every little piece of my being into it. And I got it. I got out. I graduated. And suddenly it didn't really matter if my A levels sucked anymore. Because I still did. But I don't think that's true, in a way. Even if my A levels had come out sucking and I'd just gone into, like, the workforce or something, I still think I would have been proud of myself. Because, like, I still would have gotten somewhere eventually. And, like, that would have been meant just as much to me as, like, this, you know? So, yeah. I don't think your life ends when you really fuck up. And trust me, I thought it would. I really thought it would. But it doesn't. There, as cheesy as it is to say, there is a light at the end. And I'm still, trust me, I am still in different tunnels with stuff. It was for biology too. Biology teachers suck. You're so mean! For what reason? I'm sorry I don't understand it. I'm trying. But yeah, as long as you're alive, your life isn't really over. And I fucking love that. And so, even when my mental health gets really bad, because trust me, it does. It does. I'm not some pariah of mental health now. I still deeply fucking struggle. I have the worst agoraphobia known to man, and I have the worst anxiety known to man. Not that it seems that way, but trust me, I am a mess. IRL. I'm still going. I'm still vibing. And I found streaming, which is kind of helping me socialize, which I've never been able to do. I suck at socializing. Oh my god. But streaming makes it so easy because I'm an anime girl on the fucking internet. Who cares? Who cares if I'm cringe or who cares if I fucked up 1,000,000 times? It's just funny at that point. Or relatable, depending on how you see it. For what purpose? Yeah. I like it. I like being an anime girl on the internet because it's safer. I went through all of schooling without knowing I was autistic, so when everyone else was like, this shit is so easy and oh, that's how you do it, I was like, what? Same! I did not get diagnosed till later in life. I got diagnosed before my first year of university, like right before. So I then had to go to my university and be like, hey, I'm autistic as well. It was good. It was fun. Hi, I'm autistic. That would have helped to know years ago. It's because I got referred in the first year of college. And then it took till 4 years, 5 years later for me to actually, no. 4 years. 4 years later for me to actually get diagnosed. I only got diagnosed a few months ago. It takes a long time. I went through a lot of processes. But at every stage, by the way, which is, people are like, oh, you got diagnosed later in life, you're just like fake autistic. It's like, no, at every single stage I was at in my autism testing, people went, holy shit! My assessor was someone who, she took my case on because she specialized in diagnosing autism in women, and she went, you are the most traditional boy case of autism I have ever seen. How did you not get diagnosed? And I went, 'cause I was smart as a kid and I'm not anymore. Woo! And I think a lot of people can relate to that. I truly think a lot of people can relate to that. Gifted kid, probably autistic! And then my life became, I became kind of obsessive. Obsessive about, like, finding ways to, like, combat my autism so that I could do what I wanted to do. I became obsessive with learning everything. That's why when I go to therapy, they say I'm too self-aware. It's fun. Yep. We're doomed out in here. It's fine though. It's fun. It could have been worse. Because I was reading my mom's part of the report and I was like, wait, I did that shit? And she was like, yeah. I knew. My mom knew. My grandpa, everyone knew I was autistic. Everyone knew I was autistic. It's just every time we went, they'd be like, your daughter is having a lot of health issues right now that need are more important to be seen to. So maybe let's not add an autism diagnosis on top. It's like, if you let me get it, I could have gotten so much more support. What are you? Ah! Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I think being a gifted kid is half of what fueled my avoidance of the things I found hard. When you're treated like a gifted kid, it's like, the minute you find something hard, it's like, oh my god, oh fucking no, oh no, oh fuck no. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not good at this? What do you mean? What am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? And it's like, you're just meant to not be good. You're a kid. That sucks. You're a child. You're a baby. You're allowed to not be good at something. You don't have to have it all figured out. That's not your job. That's why I get so... Man, I hate when people are like, oh, gifted. Oh, they're such a prodigy. Stop it. They're a child. Yes, they're learning fast and that deserves to be supported, but don't you dare put those pressures on them. Don't you fucking dare. They are a child, and they're allowed to mess up. They're allowed to fuck up. Don't you dare do that to them. I've done like 6 of them. Over too quick. 6. Woo. I would argue it's never your job to have everything all figured out. Especially not children's. I'd be protective. I return to cause drama. What drama do you have? You got some drama for it? You got some drama? Chat, pineapple on pizza. Ooh. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna order it because it's not really something I typically want. But, like, if it's the only option, I'll just deal with it. I mean, if it's super dried out and gross, then I'm probably not. I'm gonna level with you. But if it's there, I'll just... Or I'll just pick it off if it's, like, really gross. If the texture is really grossing me out, I'll just pick it off. Because it's safer to be like that. I'm too picky for that shit. Like, jokes aside, I don't care, but not for me. Yeah, that's it. It's yucky! It's yucky! Gosh! Don't be a child. I'm joking. Often is a very real issue and it's something that I also struggle with, so I can't really say that. See, let me do one better because my friend mentioned it's a thing in Sweden. Banana on pizza. Ugh. Okay, that one... Again, It's your problem if you want to eat that. Please don't eat that in my vicinity. The texture. Oh, the texture. Oh, imagine the texture. Oh. No. No. Like what you like. But no. The texture. Oh, the texture. Oh, God, the texture. That's bad. That's bad. Banana is less offensive to me than pineapple. Are you drunk? Pineapple is more offensive to you than fucking a banana on a pizza? Like what you like. Enjoy what you enjoy. If you'll eat it, fucking get it. But the text, the texture. Why don't you just use plantains? Why would you use banana over plantains? Like, I still wouldn't be fond of that, but I guess. Because it's a little bit crunchier. Why would you... What? What? What about banana and pineapple? The fruit? At that point, just make a dessert pizza. Just, like, make a dessert pizza. Get, like, a chocolate spread. And marshmallow. Why would you make... If you want a dessert pizza, make a dessert pizza. I hope I'm not drunk. I'm still at my day job. Oh, look at you. Bragging you have a day job. Brag, brag, brag. Imagine being employed and not staring at your email with hundreds of rejections. Actually, that's inaccurate. Hold on, let me be more relatable real quick. Imagine staring at an empty email because no one even rejects you anymore. How do you feel about people putting their chips in their milkshake at places like McDonald's? I actually do like that. But that's because I'm a big sauce girl. I'm a saucy lady. I'm a saucy lady. No, I'm a big dip. I like dips. The more dips, the better. And is not a milkshake, just a big ass dip. But it has to specifically be the vanilla milkshake. Like, the vanilla McDonald's milkshake. Because it's just sweet enough and just not tasting of anything enough that it has the dip consistency and the dip energy. The minute it's any other milkshake that's, like, genuinely layered and stuff, no. No. Gotta afford rival skin somehow. Jealous. SMH. The only sauce I like is ketchup. I don't want my food wet, typically. I like it when my food is wet. Joking. Joking. A little tongue-in-cheek joke. Hello, Michineko! Welcome in! How you doing today? And hello, Dino Sharks! Holy moly! Hi, guys! Welcome in! How you doing? You having a good time? Good vibes? Alright. Michi, have I seen you since the hiatus? I can't remember if I've seen you. I don't think I have. I don't think I have seen you. Not this lag game. Listen, we have to briefcase. 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 Do you have a name planned? Miku. Miku. You and thinking Miku. There we go. We have to lag case. We have to. Yeah, Miku Evas. I love Miku. Miku does not like British people. That would make me cry. I would sob. I would sob if Miku said she didn't like me because I was British. Please understand. I love Miku. Miku, my beloved. Miku, my darling. My sweetie pie. My sweetie pie. Then Miku hates us. Get off the games and touch grass! I want to, but Miku won't come home. You won't come home. It's just damn London. I'm not traveling 6 hours even for Miku. Real. Miku. Did the wrong one. Miku, Miku, you can call me Miku. Blue hair, blue eyes, hiding in your Wi-Fi. Please come home. Please stop it. Let me close it. Don't be a dickwad. Miku, get in the balls. In the balls. Why is she in the balls? Don't put her in the balls. Don't put her in the balls. I'm dying. Shrimps. I'm melting. Fiending slowly into obscurity. Fading, even. Sorry, I yawned. I think this is the first grief case stream I've seen. I unfortunately doubt it'll be the last. There was a period where I did it straight. It was the only stream I did for an entire month. And I exploded. I could not do that anymore. I could not do that. I could not fucking. It killed me. A small part of me died. A part of me died. Melted. We phased twice in one stream, if I remember correctly. Yes. 2 shiny Starlies in one stream. Every Piplup that doesn't shine is a tiny piece of your soul forever lost. Every day. Every fucking day. Alas, we'll slowly get there. Ah! Hold on, Hayano! What? Don't bop me! Don't bop me! Don't punch me! What am I gonna do? No! Ah! Don't bop me! Ah! I'm getting abused. Abuse! 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 Abuse? Oh my god. I'm hungry. I'm so fucking hungry. I just realized how hungry I was. Hungry like the wolf. It's kind of mesmerizing the block, it is. No pace. Only violence. Oh! Why did you do this? You reminded me of my hunger.
Eat food, fried CHIMKEN.
Oh, get hungry. I'm not getting fried chicken. I can't! I can't! I can't! No! Ah! The demons! Akira! Ah! Oh, it's fine. I have some Greek yogurt in the fridge. I have some Greek. and tender and sweet. Oh, thank you. Wow. Chicken would be so good. How does the spam filter not get that? It is. Oh man. I want in a rice with seasoned rice and vegetables and maybe a little bit of a pickled vegetable somewhere. Maybe some like, I don't know. Oh man, that'd be so good. Feed into the autism meal. No peace, only violence. Listen, I do have peace. I have peace. I am at peace. What if you picked one of the others just once? Just to feel something. Just to feel something. What's wrong with autism? Nothing. It's just that I am autistic. So sometimes I need a good old autism meal. Instead of trying to force myself to eat 9 million vegetables every day. I'm a chicken nugget child. Oh, man. We get the other one shiny off rip. Oh, we would. It's turkey dinosaurs for me. Holy shit. Turkey dinosaurs. Or the cheaper version that you could get as a kid, which was turkey stick. Stick of turkey in breaded crumb. Stick of turkey. Turkey of stick. But the shape is important. It is! But the stick is cheaper. Stick is cheaper. Stick also has, like, less breading on, which can sometimes be good if crunch bad. Understood? Question mark? If crunch hurt gum, crunch bad. Sometimes. Crunch good. All time. But sometimes crunch stimuli. And crunch stimuli scream. So sometimes soft crunch. Preferred stick. Turkey makes me EP. Turkey. Turkey of stick. Turkey of stick. It only cooks in the best possible way as a dinosaur. I've tried it with multiple other shapes. Unicorns were a bust. We did turkey unicorns? I want turkey. I want turkey. I'm so jealous. Hi. Hi! Ads are starting in about 5 minutes. This is your heads up! We run about 3 minutes of ads every hour, and Hayano takes a break during them. Don't worry. No content missed. This allows the least amount of interruptions.
7 ponge beat up Blamet 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 7 ponge beat up Hayano.
Hello. This allows the least amount of interruptions while still supporting the stream. Thank you so much! Thank you for dealing with ads as per usual. Oh no, that's going to spam. No violence! No violence. I'm being a good bean. I'm being so nice. Why must you hit me? Why must I be violenced upon when I'm being kind and having a good time with you guys? Why must I be violenced? What did I do? Did I do something to upset you? Did I upset you? I'm hitting the game. Don't hit the game! The game won't come then! The shiny won't come if you hit it! That shark is actually a Starly, truly. Mwah. 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 Sorry. Man, I want turkey unicorns. That sucks. I want turkey unicorns. Boya! Boya, 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 boya. Oh, sometimes you need a good boya for the soul. Dinosaurs evolved into birds, right? If I'm remembering right. I think so. I do think so. I do think so. I'm having chicken nuggets and chicken balls. Are chicken balls good? Like, not actual chicken balls. Which, I wonder if chicken testicles... Do chickens have testicles? I guess. They have to, right? A ball is the worst shape I can imagine for that. I don't know. I think it might, because like popcorn chicken is apparently, and that's like ball-esque. Is it like perfectly spherical? Like spherical? I don't know. Is chicken of ball? Ball of chicken. The pointy bits cook best, so you want more points. A ball has no points. So you're, Addon, you're a real crunch man. You're real crunch. You're real crunchy. But sometimes crunchy hurts. It's a wonder no one knew I was... Well, everyone knew. But it's a wonder I was not diagnosed autistic as a child. Because when I was a child, I would go to the Chinese restaurant we'd go to. Or we also had an Indian we'd go to if it was a very, very special occasion. And... specifically the Indian restaurant we went to, I was known there. I was a child who was known. Because every time I'd go to that Indian, I would say hello, I'd be all polite, and then when it would come to ordering, I'd be like, hi, I would love some chips with mine, but could you please ensure that there are no pointy chips? I was like, can you please just make sure I only have the regular chips? No pointy chips, please. Because one time when I went there, when I ordered, he was like, I'll give you all the best fries, Lil Bean. And I was like, the best ones? And he was like, yeah, the pointy ones. And I was like, no, the pointy ones are bad texture. And he laughed so hard. So it became a meme. Every single fucking time I went there, I'd be like, no pointies. No. Yeah. Oh, ad break. Shit. Ad break. We'll be back after the ads. BRB. Wait, hold on. Hello! Sorry, I was getting some water. Ha! Getting some water. Hello! Just a heads up, I'm probably not going to be streaming too much longer. Because I'm quite hungry and I'm quite starting to get a little achy when I stretch. So, just a little bit longer. A little bit longer. I'll look up the correct preview. Hello! What was I? Oh yes, I did not like pointy chips. Which now I'm like, okay, I appreciate the crunch. But when I was a kid, I was like very sensitive to pain. And so like, anything that caused a little pain, I was like, don't want. I gotta say, there's been this crisp that I've been obsessed with, and they're kind of fancy. They're kind of fancy crisps. You know the Seabrook ones? Seabrook have like a waffle crisp, a waffle, and they have a maple bacon flavor, and it's really fucking good. It's like a big safe food right now. that if I don't know what I'm gonna eat, I'll eat a pack of them and be like, life is good. Life is so good. The only crisps I eat are cheese and onion and salt and vinegar. I was also like that for a very... I also became like a ready salted exclusively for a while, which sounds as boring as it is. I just like salt. Salt makes me feel better. So sometimes you just gotta eat some salt. Sometimes you just gotta like grab a salt shaker and grate some salt into your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Delicious. But currently I'm on these maple bacon scenario. They're really good. I left the music on just for you guys because I was... Weep. There we go. I love salt, and I think it can carry certain foods, but I don't think crisps are one of them. That's fair. Okay, oven baked over regular in my opinion. I think oven baked are pretty good actually. I also do like oven baked. Another one that I really like are those lentil chips, like the sea salt lentil chips. Oh my god! Ah, that's so good. The oven baked sea salt. Ooh, ah, ho, 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 ho. That's good. So between those and the maple bacon oven baked waffle chips from Seabrooks, woo! Those are my hard rotation right now. I don't think if I've had enough crisps to notice a difference. I struggle with like kind of like the greasiness sometimes, and oven baked can sometimes be a little less greasy. That's the only thing I've really noticed. And I think the crisp is a little bit different. I feel like you can taste more of the grain in the oven baked one. I don't know why. I think it puffs up because they like don't puff up as much, and like I never even noticed grease in general. Yeah, I'm very sensitive to it. Like very sensitive to the touch of it. I'm very sensitive to it like inwardly. Inwardly? What does inwardly mean? Hayano. What does that mean? I don't know. It sure does. Look at the plop. This is a shiny plop right now. Look. Look, guys. Look, guys. Look, guys. Look, guys. Guys. Look. It's a shiny plop. We tried. We really did. We really tried. Really tried. Alright, 9 more. 9 more and then I'm done. Let's speedrun it. Let's speedrun it. Let's... Not gonna sing that song. I need to program myself not to sing that song. This next one is the one. I thought this shiny was the Starly was shiny for a second. Yep. This lighting always does that to me. Always without fail. Like, genuinely. Ugh. This next one is the one. It's got 9. You think it's gonna come home in the 9 left of stream today? I bet a sub on it that it's this one. High bets. High bets. I don't think it's gonna be this one. I wish it was gonna be this one. I don't think it's gonna be this one. I think I'm doomed. I think I'm genuinely fucking doomed. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Sometimes I do an extra customary one off of stream. And I always have this like innate fear that it's gonna be that one. You need to leave this to someone in your will to farm. It's gonna take the rest of my goddamn life doing this. If you're wondering why I'm wiggling a lot, it's because, like, I'm stretching one of my legs, and so I'm pushing, like, my chair back and forth. Unfortunately, it was not that one. I'm sorry, Anon. Well, you know, that's how it goes. +1. Alright. Maybe it'll come at 99. You didn't actually have to gift a sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for gifting a sub to Com. That's how the penguin crumbles. It is. It is indeed. I'm very sorry. I wanted it to be for you. I wanted it to be for me, actually. I wanted to be done with the song. Can you believe I was gonna make this a badge quest file? Can you believe that that's what I was gonna do with this file? I was gonna make it a badge quest? You should. What badge quest? We can't even get the first shiny! This is a Greek tragedy. Let it accompany you your entire life. Maybe I'll look and I'll do like a dream quest? Like a dream team? Rather than it. Oh, this is high as 7 hells. It really is. It really is. No. I am loving Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, though. I will say. It's there on my home screen because I've been playing a lot of it. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Right now, I've been making all of our D&D characters in it. All of the D&D characters from all of the campaigns we've played. Slowly working on adding them all. I'm only about two groups in. Not even 2 groups in yet. Because I've taken my time with it, letting them interact before I add more. So I'm filling it with all of the D&D characters we've played over the years. It's very fun. It is very, very fun. I'm very happy with it. I'm having a lot of fun. I did think about starting like a separate save on a separate profile for like, hey, stream content. But I was like, nah, it's so passive. I think the real joy of Tomodachi Life is like leaving them for a bit and letting them figure it out themselves and then coming back. So, meh. That's the real reason I don't think I'll play it on stream, because I that relies on a lot of commentary, and I'm not sure if I'm that talented at commentary. Like, I do these shiny hunts sometimes, and I watch the VODs, and I'm like, wow, you really did say nothing for like half an hour. Wow. And when I mean say nothing, I mean no real point. Yapped on for so long that the point was lost. Nil pois. It's really hard to make shorts out of your live stream content when your live stream content is thinly yapping string held together by like five hopes in a dream. It's all about the vibes. Yes, that is correct. It is all about the vibes. It's really entertaining though. I'm glad you genuinely think that. I worry sometimes. I'm like, I love hearing your views on stuff. This is really just like my opinion circle. This is like my echo chamber of opinions where I'm like, listen to me. You will listen to me today and I will decree upon you this opinion and you will agree. I'm hoping as I play more games that I get better at traditional commentary. Because sometimes when I play visual novels, I'm like, wow, I really am just reading out the lines and I'm not really giving any commentary. Is that really content? I don't know. I've got to upload. I've got to mildly edit down the Gossip and Potions VOD and upload it. It's on my mind. It's on my mind like all the time. Nah. F you, Piplup. I'm not, whoa. Not sleep moding it. Yes. Cool. Open. One more. I think I hate Piplup now on your behalf. I used to love Piplup as a kid. I really did. I loved Dawn. Dawn was so cool to me. Dawn was like so headstrong and like feminine in a way that I struggled with. So I thought she was the coolest. So that's why when I got Diamond and Pearl for the first time, I picked Turtwig. Because I didn't think I was like, Piplup is Dawn. I can't pick Piplup. So this is kind of an overdue hunt of a fave that I liked. This is where Piplup murdered my parents, Batman. Pico, no! It's a really good Pokemon, but I think it unfortunately falls in the middle of the pack a lot. Yeah. It's not the best of its trio. I like it. I like Turtwig. I do. Turtwig's cute. Turtwig's a cutie patootie, and I like Torterra a lot. And that was like my pick. But like, hey, Piplup. Plup. It's mid compared to the other water starters, better than some, worse than others. I get it. Yeah. I like it. It's a guy. It's a dude. I think I like its whole line as well. I like Piplup, I like Primplup, and I like Empoleon. That's a lot more than I can say for some like starters I really like. Sometimes I'm a little iffy on the middle evolutions. Middle evos. It does have consistency going for it. I like that. I'm charmed by consistency. You don't have to be perfect for me. You just have to, if you consistently maintain a baseline, I'm a lot more impressed by that than like big flashy first, big flashy third. As much as I like those types as well, if you're consistent the whole way through, that means a lot to me. Design-wise. We've got 4 more to go. Will we get it? Will we get it in these next 4? Will we? You can totally hear my voice slowly giving out as well. Slowly getting deeper and deeper because I'm trying to preserve my voice. People will say, by the way, that means that like, oh, Hayano like puts on a higher pitched voice. It is not that. It's because of how excited I get when talking to people that my voice naturally fluctuates and bounces a lot. So when I get tired, keeping it more monotone is more comfortable. 4 more disappointments. Ugh. Why would you say this? I've had enough hopium with my gambling earlier. You gotta have one gamble. One gamble per stream. One gamble per stream. Now I need to be a doubter. I get it. Maybe I should make your gambles a little bit safer by just adding point redeems. For when someone's like convinced it's gonna be that one. Rather than you having to spend actual money. Alright, will it be this one? This is a nice number. 10,896. 10,896? No, not 10,8. No. No, it's not it. It's not it. Okay. And 89.7 for sure. For sure, guys, it'll be here. It'll be this one. I promise. I promise it'll be this one. Don't you worry. So slow. More of this Piplup hunt. And one day soon, alas, was it worth? Was it truly worth dying? Safety is boring. I feel like I'm gonna play a gambling game on stream, like one of those like rat coin or whatever ones where you have to, or like when Clover, what was it, Clover Point or whatever was popular, the one where you just gamble. Oh my god. Playing one of them on stream is not going to be a very good reflection of my character. I should not play one of those games on stream. I don't really have an excuse anymore not to. I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't. I think that's gonna say a lot about me as a streamer the minute I play that. And I'm a little bit worried about what that's gonna say about me. Yikes. Alright. 1089.7. What's your deal? What's your deal? What's your major? Be green. Its major was being normal. Ah! It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everyone is fine. Everyone is fine. Everything is good. Everything is fine. I'm not losing it at all. Ooh, I'm not losing it. I'm not losing it at all. And 1089.8. 1089.8. 1089.8. Give it up for 1089.8. Give it up for 1089.8, everybody. I love your angry face. Thank you. But I am angry. Everyone give it up for 1089.8. Let's hope it's a... Let's hope it. Let's hope it. Let's hope it. Come on. Let's give it up for 1089.9. Guys, let's give it up for 1089.9. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for 1089.9. Let's give it up for 1089.9. I can't even say anything. What am I meant to say at this point? Like, genuinely, what am I meant to say at this point? Do you want to see me crash out? Is that what you want, Piplup? Do you want to see me crash out? Do you want to see me crash out? And I know it's not the longest hunt anyone's ever had. I know this. I understand this. I know this. I know I'm complaining over a relatively easy hunt. But, what am I meant to say to you? What do you want to come home? That you'll be my bean? My Miku? My Miku? Is this what you want? What do you want? What do you want? Be green. Be green. Do it. Fuck! God! Fucking... One more. One more today. 10, 89, 9. I will very much cast a curse on Piplup and its entire bloodline. Every species. Every species, every bloodline, every doomed. You're so doomed. You're so doomed. Why are you so mad, Hayano? Because we're here. 10,900. 10,900 of my actual life. Just come home! I would not be as angry as I am, by the way, if it wasn't that every shiny hunt, every extended shiny hunt I'm doing at the moment is going so over odds to a crippling amount. To a crippling amount. Ooh. And I know, we've had more phases than there are times that we've done anything, okay? I know this. But this is our last chance today. And if she could come home, that would be amazing. That would be so cool. Well, guys. What? Oh, fuck. Toggle's fucked up. Yay! One more? One more. Ma-e-pun. One more. Just one more. Please, just one more. Please. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Come on. One more. Come on. Please. Please. Come on, please. I don't want to have to spend another Friday doing this. Please. Please, I don't want to have to do another Friday. I want to spend another Friday doing this on. I've never heard you so desperate. I'm so tired. Because if this still isn't done by 1K, I have to do a whole do not stop until it comes. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Please don't make me do another Friday. Please.
Okay. Okay, everyone. Thanks for coming to stream. I'll see you guys again next Friday for more Grief Case. And the utter grief I am going through while doing it. We're fine. Insert guy mining and stopping just for 4 diamonds. I can't keep going. My phone's gonna die. Ah! But thank you for coming to stream. I really appreciate it. Let's raid someone together. Let's raid someone together. Who should we raid? Someone's doing a green bird hunt for their living decks. Masuda. I assume this is the same green bird we are hunting for. So I'm gonna raid into this person. And I hope you treat them with as much love as you've treated me today. So thank you for coming to stream. Thank you ever so much for having me. Let's get this raid going. If you join the raid, you get extra points. And that's why it's a benefit to join a raid. Very fun, very fun. But thank you, everyone, for coming out. I will see you on Monday. And we will be doing community hunts on Monday. So more shiny hunting madness for me and for you. And yeah, thank you ever so much for coming to stream. I very much appreciate it. Hey, hi, hello. I have been Hayano, and I will be sending you in just a minute. Okay, bye! And if you're still here, for whatever reason, thank you. Alright.